Hello, here's how you can clone yourself and automate your social media so you can run your business more efficiently.
Hey homeowners, did you know regular AC maintenance can save you big bucks? When your AC is clean and tuned up, it runs more efficiently using less energy. That means lower electric bills. Plus, maintenance helps catch small problems before they turn into expensive repairs. So remember, a little care now can keep your cool and protect your wallet all summer long.
Okay, that was my clone. Pretty good, right? And you can also change the background, right? For example, like these people do for something like articles on the background or whatever you want. So how the system basically works, right? And how it can be easily customizable for your specific business, right? For your specific needs. Most likely you're gonna be using Google Sheets or Airtable as a trigger. Maybe you want to also schedule your system to run every day or once a week or whatever. You can change that. Once the system will get triggered, right? For example, whenever you will drop a topic for the video, it will trigger the system and it will be sent to the agent, and agent will do a research for the specific topic, and then it will give an output, and then that information will be sent to HeyGen API based on HTTP node, and then we're gonna wait for a while till that video be finished, and once it's completed, we're gonna send that avatar. That video will be sent straight to your social media. In my case, it's just Instagram. Let's rebuild that whole system so you can build something similar. Maybe you can improve it as well. For the trigger, I'm gonna be using Google Sheets. And we need triggers on row added. So whenever we will drop some new row into the sheets, we'll get our system triggered. So here you'll need your credential connected. All times I'm gonna leave it as is. So basically what it says, INN will check Google Sheets every minute. For document, I'm gonna choose that name, AI Clone Automation. So I'm gonna choose that document, right? For sheets, I'm gonna use sheet 1 because we have only one here in that document. So in this, I'm gonna leave it as it is. Trigger on, row added. You can change it, right? Row added or update it, or just row update it, but I'm gonna leave it as it is. And right now I'm gonna fetch test event. I'm gonna add some information for the topic, right? How often should I maintain my HVAC system, for example? And I'm gonna click fetch test event. We're gonna get that data, so we'll work. Okay, we got that data from our trigger node. I'm gonna click save, and I'm gonna pin that data so I don't have to rerun that again. Alright, and now I'm gonna create AI agent node and define below. And for the prompt, I'm just gonna drop our output from the trigger node from the Google Sheets. And for system message, I'm gonna type some instructions for the agent so it will act accordingly, right? I'm just going to paste my old system prompt that I used before. So that's the prompt for the agent, right? So I'm testing that system for HVAC company, right? You will have to change it for your specific case. And always output as a plain string without quotes. This is important because we want our agent give us output as a string without any double quotes or line breaks, so it will not break our JSON body when we will make a HTTP request to our HeyGen in order to generate our avatar. So that's the prompt, right? Simple prompt, and we drag our dynamic variable from the first node. And before we run that, to get an output, we will need to add a brain to the agent, right? I'm gonna use OpenAI. I'm gonna leave it as it is. And for the tool, I'm gonna add Tably tool. That tool will allow the agent search through the internet, right, and find the information that we asked about, right? In our case, that information. Maybe use something different as a tool. Maybe you want to scrape some data. Maybe you want to see what your competitors in your niche are doing, and you can just scrape basically whatever they are doing, right? Maybe scrape their Instagram profile or Facebook page or whatever they are doing, and rewrite that stuff. Who are successful in your niche, right? And do something similar what already works. So here you'll need to create your credentials, tool description. I'm gonna leave it as it is. Resource search, because we're gonna be searching for the extra information for that topic. Operation query, that's what we need. And for query, I'm gonna press that, let the model define this parameter. Okay, I'm gonna click save. And I wanna make sure I wanna double check what I wrote in system prompt. Use Tably tool for every query to get an extra information from the internet. Tably. So I'm gonna change it to just Tably, right? Not searching Tably, just Tably. Alright, now the agent will know what it is. I'm gonna delete that one, so I can just use Tably. Alright, should be good now. Okay, and now we can run that module, that node, so we'll get an output. We'll see what our agent will prepare for us. Okay, it used that tool, search the internet, and let's see what it's gonna give us as an output. So we ask like, how often should I maintain my HVAC system, right? And if often, ideally you should get it checked twice a year. Here's a tip, changing your air filters regularly between check. So basically our system is aiming for giving listeners some useful tips, right, to build trust. Okay, let's pin the data so we don't have to rerun that. Save. Okay, we're done with the prompt, and right now we're gonna be doing HTTP requests to HeyGen. That's the platform which we will be using to create an avatar with our voice. So let's type HTTP request. And in order to fill everything out right here, we'll need to go to HeyGen API reference. HeyGen API, right? Okay. And here what we will need, API reference. And here we'll be using two endpoints, create avatar and retrieve a video status. That's all we need to create our video. And right now our goal to get that JSON body. So we'll need to click here, request example, so it will give us all the possible information that we might use, and just copy that and go to HTTP node, click import curl, right, and paste it. Okay, it pre-filled all the fields for us, and all I'm gonna do is to change my JSON body to what I used before, because it's shorter and easier to navigate. But if you will be using like all these objects to customize your video, you can leave it as it is and work with that, but I don't need that many settings right now, so many options right now, so I'll just use that body that I used before. Here and here we'll need to paste our avatar ID, right? Let's get our avatar ID from HeyGen. Okay, once you're here in HeyGen, click on avatars and on avatars, and then get your avatar ID, not project ID, like you can get it from here, not project ID, avatar ID. Copy avatar ID and we're gonna paste it into here. Alright, we're done with avatar ID. And right now for the voice, right now we're gonna paste our voice into voice ID field. We'll get an ID of our voice, and let's do the same. Set primary voice, manage voices, click my voices and get voice ID. And by the way, if you want your voice to sound like your voice extremely well cloned, use ElevenLabs. That's what I used. Create an account. If you don't, it's easy. Click voices and then create or clone a voice, and then it will offer you several options, right? Instant voice clone, it will take like 2 minutes, or professional voice clone. But for professional voice clone, they will charge you more and they will need more information. Requires at least 30 minutes of clean audio, but that option will be better, will sound much better. But what I'm using, I'm just using instant voice clone. It's right here, my voices. That's my voice. So I just integrated that voice into HeyGen, imported that by using API key from ElevenLabs. If you want to do the same, you'll need to click integrate third-party voice, and then import voice, and then choose ElevenLabs, API key, go back to ElevenLabs, to developers, and here is your API key. You'll need to create API key, click create key, copy that key, and then just paste that key into here. So let's get our voice ID from ElevenLabs and paste it into here, to voice ID. Okay, and our input text, right, it's gonna be output from our previous node, which is agent, right? It's already here, but I'm gonna do it again. Okay, dynamic variable, and basically that's all we need. So we got avatar ID, voice ID, input text, and that's all we're gonna be using for now. And now we can do HTTP requests to HeyGen servers, so they will start to generate a video for us. Check executing. Okay, it says executed successfully, and right now it's generating our clone. Let's see if I can actually see that on that side. Yes, as you can see right now, it generates our clone for us. Usually it takes like, it depends how long your video is gonna be, right? But on average it might take like 5 minutes, something like that. And just because it takes a while to create that video, right, we're gonna be using wait node. So basically we want to wait until it's done to get our actual file, actual avatar. So I'm gonna wait, let's put 30 seconds, let's say, and we're gonna be doing another HTTP request. Okay, and now we're gonna be doing the same thing. Well, we're gonna go and search for HeyGen API, right? API reference. But now we're gonna be using another endpoint, which is called retrieve video status. And we're gonna just copy that curl that they are providing to us, and go back to NNN and just import Carl here. Okay, they pre-filled everything for us, and we will have to add here. We'll have to add query parameter. Let's go back to our API reference. So for get video status, it's required for us to put our query parameter, which is called video ID. This is required. Let's add that. So like I said, we're gonna get our actual file, right? Video ID from our previous node. This is our dynamic variable. It's gonna be here. And now video should be done already. Let's execute that step. Okay, let's check the status of the video. Okay, status says completed. Our video is ready. We can watch it right now. But before we do that, before we post it to our Instagram, in our case, right, let's add if node, right? So basically what we're doing right now, just because we don't want to try to post a file that it's not finished yet, we don't want to post our file to Instagram or any other social media, right? We want our file get status completed till it's fully done, and only after that we want to post it, right? And we don't want to get any errors in that area of our workflow, and that's why we're doing that. So that node will allow us to check if status will say completed, it will go to that branch, right? Meaning to our Blotato node to post the video. If status is not completed, it will loop over and over again like that until it's done. So that node, it will check the status, and once it's done, it will get posted to social media. This is basically why we need that. Let's set it up inside. For value, we need to drag our status right here, and if it's gonna be equal to completed, it's gonna go to our top branch to post our stuff, and if not, it's gonna run around until it's done. So we go to here, let's save, let's pin our data, and right now basically all we need to do is to work with Blotato and just post that stuff to Instagram in my case, but in your case you can just use Blotato to post the same video to many different social platforms at once. Now we're gonna look for node Blotato, but you most likely you will not have that node. You'll need to set it up. You'll just need to search for Blotato and then set it up. It will get installed to your NNN account, and then you'll be able to see community node as me, and you'll need to choose create a post. Here you'll need to get your credentials. All you will need is an API key from Blotato. You see API key and just search Blotato, right? Create an account if you don't. Let's log in, and all you will need to do is go to settings and API, and here you will create your API and then copy that API and just paste it in here, and you'll see connection tested successfully, but you'll need to pay for API. Once you generate API, you'll get charged. That's the way it is. So once you're done with credentials, then you'll see resource. We want to choose post, and operation create, platform, Instagram. So you'll need to choose your account, and then for text you can change the system. If you want to have a dynamic text, it's gonna be like a captions for your video. If you want to have it dynamically changed every time whenever you post, you'll need to change that system a little bit. But for now, I'm gonna just type hi world, right? It's gonna be hard coded, and let's drag our media URL that we generated already. So let's connect those. And let's get our URL, which is here, and just drag it into that field. And now we are ready to post to Instagram. So our Instagram is connected. Our Blood Tattoo is connected, Instagram connected. And by the way, in Blood Tattoo, before you post anything, you'll need to just log in into whatever social media you have. It's gonna be easy. So I did that. I just logged in into Instagram. Now everything is ready to post to our Instagram. Let's check that. Let's say Instagram. I'm gonna be sending it to. Let's execute. Right now we'll have to wait 30 seconds till that node is finished. Right, it says node executed successfully. Right now we should see the video posted on Instagram, not yet. Take some time. It's in the Instagram, let's see that.
Wondering how often to maintain your HVAC system? Ideally, you should get it checked twice a year, once in spring to get ready for the summer heat, and again in fall before it gets cold. This helps your system run smoothly and saves on energy bills. Here's a tip: changing your air filters regularly between checkups keeps the air clean and your system happy. Keep your home comfortable.
Yeah, I hope it was useful. Thanks so much. Bye.